Hi, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely a good video for you if you are struggling with weight loss. Grab a pen. Let's start taking some notes. Definitely important for you to journal, to take notes. So grab a piece of paper because this is important for you. I see weight loss or weight gain with three main reasons. One is the diet, the second is the exercising, and the third is the mindset. I would say mindset is number one, or as equal with the food. So if you are eating healthy and you still don't see results, that's probably because just eating healthy is not enough, especially if we are talking about eating without restrictions, yes? Because weight loss with restrictions, it's very easy to achieve for some time, but then it all comes back. So we are definitely not talking about restrictions in this video. If there are certain things that are not clear for you, definitely message me and we can chat about it more. But I think by now, knowing me and knowing this program and knowing this approach, you know that we are not supporting restrictions because most of the people gain the weight back anyway, and we are not interested in that. We want sustainable results. So if you are eating healthy, and by working with me and seeing this video, you most probably do, and you are doing the right things. The second stage we are going to do is the exercising. And so exercising is, again, I don't promote one type of sport. For me personally, going to the gym was the most beneficial because that's when I saw improvement, maybe because I was just simply consistent, because that's just the way I love exercising, right? Going to the gym. But if you are doing, for example, if you love running, go for running. If you love Pilates, if you do yoga, might be helpful for you, but I personally don't believe that if you do 3 times a week Pilates, you're gonna lose weight, especially if you have a lot to lose. So I'd say test it. Very important. People say, oh, I have a trampoline at home, okay, or I'm doing the bar class, or I am going to Pilates, or I'm walking. You gotta ask yourself, does that bring me results? Because if it doesn't, it's time to change. There are so many ways, okay? So if I see that going to the gym brings me results, I'm gonna stick to it. If you jump on a trampoline and you see results, stick to it, okay? So definitely filter it and see. If it brings the results, great, continue. If it doesn't, do something else. Either more of it or more variety, okay? So, or more, when you do strength training, maybe more weight, maybe more reps. It really depends, obviously. But in this video, we're going to talk more about mindset because I love this topic. I love this topic because weight gain is such an interesting topic when it comes to really psychology, etc. I give you a few ways of how you can look at it, okay? First of all, how I see it, just to show you how important mindset is, I made this exercise and I think it's very powerful. Imagine that every person has certain things that worries are, okay? Our worries are, for example, our parents getting older. I think it's a huge one for everybody. Everybody thinks about their parents. Will I have enough money to support them? Will they be healthy? Will they need me? Will they need this? It's very... all of us worry, I think, or your grandparents or your caregivers or whatever, right? I think it's important for all of us. So imagine these are your parents and you carrying them, okay, worrying about your parents. And if you have, these are your children, you carry them, okay? Let's say these two are already something. Then you have your work, toxic work. Let's say you don't like it. You don't like to go to work, you don't like your work, or maybe something is missing, or maybe you're not getting enough money. So that can also be the financial struggle, okay? This can be you taking care of yourself. Am I taking care of myself? Do I pay attention, to my needs, whatever, right? This can be your relationships, okay? It can be a relationship with your partner, with your children, or it can be responsibility for your children, right? This can be another responsibility. It can be friends. Imagine how many things I'm carrying. My left hand is literally dying right now. It's so heavy, and that's exactly what happens. We are carrying these responsibilities, okay? It can be different ways, but this is the way how I look at weight loss or weight gain. We are carrying all these worries. You understand? We're carrying it. So you gotta ask yourself, out of this all collection, what is the most difficult for me at this moment? Is it financial stability? Is it my parents? Is it my children? When you will look at it and when you will divide all of the things that worry you or maybe are just difficult for you to accept or neglect at the moment or really put aside, you're gonna ask yourself, what is this one thing that really makes me at the moment, I'm holding on to it, right? Something is making me, or maybe there are a few, right? But you're gonna ask yourself, what are like the most important ones? Because that's what's most probably is the defensive mechanism from you to really protect yourself, for example, from getting hurt, from you being disappointed by yourself that you didn't manage it until now. So many ways. So look at it like this. Write down what worries me today, or what makes me worried when I go to sleep, right? What am I thinking about when I go to sleep, when I had a bad day, or what actually makes me feel like, oh, when will this end? Or when will that change? Write down what is it. Okay, that's step number 1. Now we're gonna pass to what I call it different way of looking things, really psychologically. What happens in your brain so that you are holding on to weight just as your defense mechanism or really limiting beliefs, okay? Obesity, or in general, storing fat, can have many causes, and often it is caused by someone shaming you when you were a child, or someone was embarrassing you. Of course, we don't have to look back, but it could be something that you are still carrying with you without you even realizing. The funny thing is, I'm half sun. It's so beautiful, the sun. So the thing is that the excess weight is the protection. It's something that you are carrying on your back as a defense mechanism. Excess weight is also a defense mechanism from someone who is asking from you too much. I'm just throwing at you these things because this is important for you to actually ask yourself, okay? Ask yourself this question. Is someone asking from me too much? Am I trying to give to other people? Maybe that is too much to ask for, but I don't say no to. The thing is that you are trying to make everybody happy because you want them to think that you are a good person. So you are trying to make other people happy and you are neglecting yourself and you are not showing the real you because you might be afraid of rejection. You might be afraid of them judging you, right? Think about it if this is what you are doing. Just to think about it, write it down if that is you. It can obviously also be related to the other sex, right? The opposite sex. So, for example, females often store the fat or carry fat or extra weight because they don't want to be, for example, cheated on, or they carrying extra fat because they don't know how to say no. Overweight person also finds it very difficult to observe their own body parts. Do you have a hard time to really look at your body without that? This is not good, this is not good, this is not good. Can you actually observe your body in the mirror? Does it feel comfortable to you or not? Because no matter what you will see, you'll have to overcome this. Okay? It doesn't matter what you see, you need to love what you see. Because when you look at yourself, it's beyond physical. You have to look at yourself and not seeing the body, but seeing from within. Because when you will look from within, you will understand what causes you to gain weight. And sometimes you want to resist it and you don't want to do it, but you need to do it in your own time. Really look within yourself. Sometimes we are talking about relationships. We want to carry and help everybody. And that's what causes us to hold on to weight, because this is a protection for us. We don't want to say no to other people. Okay? So then we carry everything. We want to please people. We don't want to show the real me because maybe they will think that I'm not good enough. So many times for people who are overweight, they want to be by all costs a good person. And that is why you lie so much weight on your back. It doesn't have to be on your back. It can be your belly, it can be your hips. But I'm trying to be good for other people. I'm trying to be better than I might be. So I'm pretending to be so then they like me. And then exactly what I talk so often is you gotta ask yourself, what do I really want before saying yes to other people? Also, excess weight is like a way of isolating yourself from the outside. So you're gonna put on you, it's like you're putting a protection on you, like this invisible coat, and you say like, I'm coming to the world, but there is so much layers that protect me. I'm protecting myself. And that is exactly why we're gonna work from the inner work to see the outside changing. Because it's like the fat is the protection. The fat is the cushion. The fat is protecting you from the outside world. So you're holding on to something, and we need to find out what is it. That's the work. So we need to learn how to express our emotions. And it's not only about me learning to say the truth. It's me learning to say no. It's me learning to prioritize yourself. Even if there are circumstances from the outside, we have to know what is, for example, the bare minimum that we need to do when our children are sick, so that we don't undervaluing ourselves, underestimate the beauty of what a self-care can do for ourselves. So what do I need to feel good when my sick when my children will be sick? For example, I'll have a healthy food for breakfast, okay, or I have 10 minutes for myself for meditation, or I have hot shower, or think about what is the bare minimum, for example, in every situation. So you will not do it on your own cost, for example. It's very important, if you are struggling with weight gain, to let go. Learn to let go. Let go of certain things that happened in the past. Something happened 5 years ago and you are still remembering it. We can talk forever about childhood traumas, but this is just not interesting anymore. When you have this way of I just saw it recently, you have the shooting, you release it. This is your trauma. This is your childhood trauma. You shoot, you release. It's released. It's not important, because here and now they are not a child anymore. So release it. Release what happened. Release what was happening before. And it is only and only when you will look what's in front of you. Where do you want to get? Get the future so exciting that today is all about today and not about what was yesterday. Self-acceptance. Accept your imperfections. Accept them. Let go of fixing other people. Let go of controlling other people. Let go of all of that. Let go of the different ways, right? It's not about, from today I'm letting go. This is not what I'm talking about, right? I'm giving you all these exercises on live calls or here as well in the program, because these are the ways that you can tell yourself what is toxic for me, right? In the beginning, what is toxic for me? Let's say my relationship with that one friend. It's a friend for years, but I'm gonna let go of that. I don't need him or I don't need her in my life. It's with this friend comes good and bad. So I'm letting go of the bad, right? This person was undervaluing me or judging me or limiting me. Okay, I wanted to open my own business. They say it's gonna be scary and you might fail. And with this person also comes the good things, the memories, but you're gonna let go of that as well to make space for another friend, for example, okay? Responsibilities, worrying about your children, for example, my children, but you can say, I'm just doing my best. I'm surely doing my best. I'm trying to do my best, but I don't have to all the time thinking, will they be okay? Will they be okay? Will they be healthy? What will be? Do your best. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. And if there is any specific situation that you have in your family, write yourself the ideal scenario and try to get there. Don't focus on what goes wrong. Focus on what would be the perfect situation for me so that I can say, wow, this is a good, this is what helps me. I know how I'm going to take care of my children. That's what I need. And aim there. Go for it, right? Rather, oh, my children, what will I do? This heavy on you, putting it on your shoulder and keeping it together. Say, okay, and letting go. Okay, your parents. It's so difficult to take care of your parents when you don't have the money. How can you give them more? How can you really take care of them? Hire someone to help them. But then think of what are the other ways, What are the other ways? Maybe you can hire someone and give them your own service. For example, you help my parents, I'll clean your house. Whatever, right? There are ways for everything. So all of these weights that we are carrying, you need to find a situation and a way to fix it. That's why it's so important in the beginning to really recognize what is heavy on you, okay? Maybe it's not possible for you to recognize it from the beginning, but at least we need to try it. And I think most of us are able to really understand what is causing this, putting all on our shoulders. So I want to summarize it for you a little bit so that you can really see what could be possibly causing it. So the protection conflict as one. Weight gain can symbolize the need for protection because the extra weight metaphorically can be as a shield, as a cushion that you lie on something, protect yourself, distance yourself because of something that makes you scared. Territory conflict, something so interesting. When we have a conflict where we are, we don't like to be where we are. It is often for someone who lives, for example, with their parents still, maybe with parents-in-law. You kind of don't like necessarily an environment, something is toxic there, something is not ideal. You can put on weight as well. So you putting on weight as a way of like setting boundaries in your territory, like putting space, like this is who I am, don't get close to me, this is my space. Love and security deficit. So beautiful. That is why I always tell people, improve your relationship when you want to achieve weight loss. It's so important because if someone experiences lack of love, care, security, weight gain can appear as a way of like feeling full, protected, secured, emotional cushioning, right? It's a cushion, emotional cushion for something that we are going through, because this weight gain can help us kind of like make it soft for us. It's like adding softness into this pain. Another one is survival instinct. It's from the biological survival standpoint. It's like your body is preparing, kind of like a survival, kind of like a scarcity mindset. Very important scarcity mindset with weight gain. It's like food scarcity or like deprivation, emotional deprivation. So the survival instinct. So I'm holding on to weight like something out of what will be next, I don't know. So I rather store the fat, right? In case there won't be more. Another one is sexual conflict. It can be linked to unresolved sexual traumas or discomfort with sexuality. You are a boy or a girl, someone insulted you, or you don't even know subconsciously. Sexual conflict can make you feel less desirable, less attractive. So you put on the weight because as a protection mechanism often happens when someone was sexually abused, or sometimes it happens to girls when they start having curves and they don't like it, or maybe she's the first one that started, the boobs were growing, or for men it's like the changing in the voice or the mustache. And this is so, we don't even pay attention, but when you go back, you can understand that. When I went back for my Hashimoto, I'm like, they always told, I remember in high school there was a sport teacher was hitting on me. And he was never doing it one-on-one. Always when we were in the group, she's like, okay, let's choose the prettiest one. And he would like pick me from the group. It felt awful. It didn't feel like, nice. It felt like so disrespectful towards also other girls, disrespectful towards me, as I didn't feel myself beautiful. It was just like, do you really mean that? Or are you mean? Or these little comments, these little things can create so much insecurities. And we're gonna go back and ask ourselves, did that happen? Was it ever like that? Or maybe you were afraid of it, or maybe so many reasons. And the last one, but very important, happens to everybody: family dynamics. Unresolved traumas, conversations, dynamics in the house, we caring about our cousins, our family members, we take the responsibility, we put the weight on their issues. I myself come from an alcoholic family, not my parents, their siblings. And so I saw it, and that was not easy. And I'm like, I felt so bad for my mom, seeing her mom suffer from the sibling that was alcoholic. So it was on me, it's in me until today. And so when you will understand it, it's going to be so much easier for you to really say, like, I took that pain of my mom or their grandmother, and just I took it with me and I carry it because I love them and I care for them. And it's time to say, that's their life. And you might be doing it 100 times until you really let go, because your head will be sticking to it. That's the work. By finishing with the 7, let's say, guides that you can really dig deeper and see which one of this can be, I might have a problem with. I want to talk to you a little bit about the mindset, because this is so important. when you see yourself saying, I want to lose weight, it's like the losing weight is something like you want to take care of your shadow, okay? Instead of taking care of the one that has the shadow. How to explain it? It's like when you say, I want to lose weight, you should be imagining that you already lost weight. When you imagine that you already lost weight, the shadow will be affected, okay? So first we need to understand what causes us to have the weight gain, okay? When we already aligned our diet, when we're already exercising, we have to focus on the mindset by changing your perspective of, I'm losing weight. I am beautiful. We cannot wait for the outside to change. When you wanna make more money, you have to feel like you are already successful. In the beginning, it sounds weird. How can I feel rich when I don't have the money? How can I feel beautiful when I don't like my body, right? But that's the key, because your outside will adjust to your state of mind. It's exactly like in a relationship. When you start being secured, okay, I have such a big shift now since I'm a single lady. I have such a big shift, and so many men, when men approach me, I already see all the red flags, and I say like, and there are beautiful men coming to me as well. And I'm just like, that's so beautiful that you can see it, because when you are secured by yourself, you are not going to be attracted to an unsecured man. That's just the way it is. When you know your value, and someone will tell you, I will let you know in the afternoon if I can meet you today. I'm like, no, I'm not meeting with you then, because I want you to make time for me, for example, right? When you will know your value, when you will feel beautiful and loved, the outside will change. So don't wait for, I'm gonna be beautiful when I lose weight. You have to feel beautiful to lose weight. You have to start from the inside and say, I'm pretty, I'm beautiful, I'm loved, I'm valuable, I'm enough, I'm perfect, look at me, and that's exactly what I said in the beginning. Don't look what you see in the mirror from these hips, that beauty mark, this and this and this and this, I don't like this. Say to yourself, but I'm not a body. The body is just, what is the body? The body my parents created. That's the body. But what is inside of you? You change the inside and the weight is gonna drop. When you start eating healthy, when you do the right routine with exercising, the weight gain is probably the side effect of everything that we've mentioned today. So in order for you to improve it and overcome it and set yourself for success, we have to work on all of this, okay? Really understand what is your weight. This is my weight, okay? My children, my family, my friends, my finances, my whatever. And then really understand this. What makes you keep on weight? Your finances? Is it? Okay, so then you understand what is your finances, what is it? Responsibility, security, How can you improve it? How can you let go of this? How can you improve your financial situation? What needs to happen? Okay, and even if this is something that cannot change right now, okay, you're gonna act from a place, I'm already abundant. Nothing is gonna help you if you are worried. The moment, I will explain how I see it. When I am having, not anxiety, but when I have a bad thought, I think like I'm sinking. Literally, I cannot see it. The moment I feel like secured, confident, good, I'm pushing it down and I'm like, nothing can stop me. I push all these insecurities down and I look from above. Look at the above. What can I do? How can I fix it? How can I improve it? What do I need? Rather, this is so bad, I'm not having enough, I will never have enough, I always struggle with money, all this noise. And push it down and look from the perspective of, that's what I'm getting. That's my focus. That's what I'm going, this is the confidence. So the fact that you don't have enough money is like, but I'm working on it. Maybe I don't like my situation now, but I'm working on it. And that already should give you enough confidence. Anyway, I'm closing this video here. I might make another one after I watch this one, and maybe some things weren't covered, but I think it's important. Really define, understand what is the problem, okay? Then go through all of this that we mentioned, the 7 points that can be, and of course it's work. Even if you'll understand, yes, I had a toxic relationship with my dad, what do I do? slowly, step by step. There are so many ways for you to improve it, but for now, we need to really understand what is causing your weight gain. Because when you will understand, okay, I have that one trauma as a child, when my dad or when my mom or when my uncle or when that teacher told me this and this, what do I do with this? Slowly, step by step. Okay, this is my trauma. I'm letting go of this. It's hard for me, it's sticking, but I'm letting go of this. I let go of this one day. Then something happens, I take it again, but I let go of this again. This is the practice. There are many ways, and I share them many ways there. Also, I have this exercise of setting an achievable goal, and I told you, this is my goal. I want to do that. And you set the deadline. It's all in the program. Watch that video. Watch those videos about mindset, because they are so important. Even if you watched them a month ago, watch them again, because you might be consciously in a different place. And sometimes when I tell you use this sentence, back then you wouldn't understand it. And this time you will be like, that was missing. That little thing was missing. Okay? And obviously watch other educational videos and set yourself up for success and go to sleep early. Very, 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 very important for weight loss. Women who have night shifts are overweight as well. I always suggest to them, change your work if you want to lose weight, because sleep is very important. So don't underestimate that as well. And hug loved ones. Don't store anything inside. Let it go out, and get only good stuff inside.